Keystone Kapers was released in 1983 by Activision and was programmed by Garry Kitchen. The Keystone Cops were incompetent policemen for Max Sennett Keystone Film Company from 1912 to 1917. Their first appearance was in a film from 1912 called Hoffman Meyer's Legacy. They were supporting players for many Sennett film stars, such as Mabel Normand, Marie Dressler, Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle, and of course the legendary silent film star Charlie Chaplin. Max Sennett himself realized that the Keystone Cops were extremely popular, and they went from being the bit players in the movies to sometimes the lead actors. Alright, here's today's trivia question. Although the 1912 film Hoffmeyer's Legacy is considered the very first appearance of the Keystone Cops, what was the name of the 1913 film starring Mabel Normand that was their breakout role? Think you know the answer? Wait till the end of the video and find out. The most famous of all the Keystone Cops had to be Edgar Kennedy, who would make 500 films, both silent and talking, during his career. He was most notable for starring in the film Duck Soup with the Marx Brothers and for the Hal Roach films he made with the Little Rascals and Laurel and Hardy. Alright, you ready to play the game there? Yep, let's get into it. Alright, so let's get started. Alright. Ever wanted to be a cop? Keystone Kapers gives you a chance at just that, putting you in control of Officer Kelly, who is in hot pursuit of Harry Hooligan in this fun platform game from Activision. It will not be an easy quest, as department store hazards like fast-moving shopping carts, biplanes, cathedral radios, and beach balls will attempt to hinder your progress as you try to catch up with the crook. A level ends after you catch the crook, and as you progress further, it gets harder to keep up with him. You also have a time limit in which to catch the crook, and colliding with obstacles will dock 9 seconds from your time limit. Run into the biplanes or run out of time, and you will lose one of your cops. Oh, yeah, couldn't have put it better myself then. Well, you almost got him. And you got him. Good job. Okay, so here we are on a higher level where you got the planes and you got the shopping carts to look out for. Remember, on a floor with the biplane with the planes, you gotta jump twice, because you think you got past it, but then at the very end of the screen, another one's going to get you. So remember to duck twice. Right over the radio, duck, and duck again. Real good. And you're going to get him. Look out, duck. Duck again. Good job. And you got him. Good job, Anthony. Real good. If you were able to score 35,000 points in the game, take a picture of the screen and you could send it in to Activision and get the Bully Club patch. You know, I actually did that. Really? Yeah, I sure did. You still got the patch? Oh, it's somewhere around the house. I'll dig it out and show it to you sometime. Besides being for the Atari 2600, it was also ported out to the ColecoVision. Well, let's take a quick gander at that version. Well, the music's a nice touch there. You gotta like that. Oh yeah, it's, wow. Yeah, they got that background is kind of neato there. Yeah. Now you'll notice the gameplay is pretty much the same and the same concept. Like I said, it handles pretty good for ColecoVision. I've never been a big fan of the controls on Coleco, but it handles pretty well, and it still keeps the same basic premise of the story, just a little extra graphic-wise that you would kind of expect from ColecoVision. I'll say one thing about Activision: when they port games to different systems, they pretty much keep the gameplay the same. I mean, you know, the graphics may be a little different, but it's still pretty much the same game. Yeah, I agree. It was also pointed out to the Atari 8 computer, so let's take a quick gander at that one there. Okay, now this one I like. I love the music at the beginning. That's kind of cool. You know, that makes, that's kind of neat how they put the music in the game there. Okay, now let's get going. Now, what I like about this one is I like the background colors they got on the game there. Don't you know? I mean, it's kind of nice. They add the backgrounds and still keep it. Oh, you missed the elevator. They keep it so that it, reminds you of the Atari version, but it's not as loud as the ColecoVision version. Well, I have to agree with you on that. And I've always been a big fan of the Atari 8 games. I mean, they're like Atari 2600 games with a little more oomph to them. Oh yeah, that's a good way of putting it. It's not loud, like the ColecoVision. I mean, yeah, the graphics are nice, but I mean, it kind of is almost like a whole different game there. Yeah, just a little more advanced, but yet subtle, definitely. Oh, you're gonna get him. Oh, get him, Anthony. That brings us to the end of today's episode of Classic Game. I did it again. Ah, man, I forgot the trivia question. Boy, I tell you, if it wasn't for me, your head would fall right off your shoulders. Okay, so again, what was the name of the film that was considered a breakout role for the Keystone Cops? And the answer is Bangville Police from 1913, starring Mabel Normand. Gotta be probably one of my favorite Keystone films and probably one of my favorite Mabel Normand films. Okay, well, if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, as we're trying to work our way up to 50 subscribers. Also, don't forget to click that little bell icon so that you'll be notified when we upload new videos, as we try to upload them about every 3 to 4 days. Also, don't forget to visit our friends at AtariAge.com and AtariProtos.com for all things Atari related. I'm Anthony Ventrilo, and I'm Red the Fox, and we want to thank you for stopping by, and we will see you in the next video. Until then, have a great day. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone.